Category: double-action revolvers. Double-action revolvers, a hallmark of firearm ingenuity, marry mechanical precision with user-friendly functionality. Their design allows for both cocking the hammer manually for a precise shot or smoothly pulling the trigger to achieve the same effect, offering versatility in various shooting scenarios. From law enforcement agencies to civilian enthusiasts, double-action revolvers have earned a reputation for reliability, durability, and ease of use, making them a timeless favorite among shooters worldwide. Number 10. Armscor M200. Armscor, a company based in the Philippines, manufactures the double-action M200 revolver, also known as the Rock Island Armory M200. It is designed to fit the .38 special bullet. The revolver has polymer combat grips made of black and has a transfer bar safety. The barrel of the M206 version is 2 inches. The M206 is available in nickel and hammerless versions as well. Number 9. Webley Revolver. From 1887 to 1970, the armed forces of the United Kingdom, the British Empire, and the Commonwealth of Nations were issued Webley revolvers, also known as Webley top-break revolver or Webley self-extracting revolver, under a variety of names. With the Webley, you can extract ammunition from the cylinder by breaking the revolver, which is a top-break revolver. The Webley Mc-I service revolver was introduced in 1887, and the Mc-IV became well-known during the 1899 to 1902 Boer War. The most well-known model is the Mc-VI, which debuted in 1915 during World War I. Webley service revolvers are some of the most potent top-break revolvers made, firing large 455 Webley rounds. The Webley 455 caliber is no longer in use by the armed forces. Number 8. Savage 1861 Navy. The Savage Revolving Firearms Company produced the Savage 1861 Navy, a cap-and-ball revolver between 1861 and 1862. The subsequent Savage Arms Company is not connected to this company. Both sides in the American Civil War employed it. Only the Savage 1859 Figure 8 may be used to compare to the remarkably distinctive appearance of the Savage 1861 Navy. The employment of a sort of proto-double action with the second trigger, positioned beneath the first, allows for the identification of both guns. This trigger cocks the hammer and turns the cylinder when it is pulled. Henry S. North and Edward Savage designed it in 1860, and 20,000 units were constructed in Middletown, Connecticut between 1861 and 1862. In 1861, a 5,500 unit first order was placed. It was later increased to 12,000 units. Number 7. OTs-38 Stechkin Silent Revolver. The OTs-38 Stechkin is a double-action revolver with 5 shots that has been in production and service since 2002. It uses the quiet 7.62x41M SP4 cartridge as its chamber. The OTs-38 Stechkin can fire up to 50 meters effectively. Because the fire cases are retained in the cylinder, the sound of the ejected cases is eliminated. Because the cartridge uses a captive piston to create gas seal, when it discharges there is no loud report or flash. Full moon clips are used to feed the cylinder because the cartridge is rimless. Because the propellant gases are contained within the casing, the SP4 cartridges do not produce any report or flame. Since the sound level of the live and dry firings is about the same, the OTs-38 revolver is said to be effectively silent. The OTs-38 is equipped with an integrated laser sight that is powered by 3 D0.03D batteries and situated above the cylinder axis, which is where a traditional revolver's barrel is located. Number 6. Lefaucheux M1858. Casimir Lefaucheux and his son Eugene, who was also a gun designer, created the design of the Lefaucheux M1858, a military revolver intended for use in the French Navy that was chambered for the 12mm pinfire cartridge. A national government first adopted the 1854 model, which was the first revolver with metallic cartridges. The 1858 model was the first to be fielded. Although it was never supplied by the French Army, the French cavalry utilized it in small quantities during their deployment to Mexico in 1862. It was originally issued in 1858 by the French Navy as either the Lefaucheux de Marine Modèle 1858 or simply M1858. The French Navy accepted it, but by 1872, only 150 copies had been supplied. Additionally, Spain, Sweden, Italy, Russia, and Norway bought 1858 models. The majority were made either under license by regional companies or at the State Arsenal, manufactured d'Armes de Saint-Etienne, MAS, in Liège, Belgium. Number 5. Modèle 1892 Revolver. Made by manufacturer Armscor, the Model 1892 revolver, sometimes called the Libel revolver and the Street EDN 8mm, is a French service revolver that took the place of the MAS 1873 revolver. The revolver Modèle 1892 has a solid frame and a separate cylinder that swings to the right for hand reloading. Initially introduced in 1893, the Modèle 1892 gained prominence among French military officers in the First World War and subsequently among French police officers until the mid-1960s. The Modèle 1892 is a handgun with a 32 ACP-like striking power that shoots 8mm French ordnance bullets. It is mechanically precise and extremely well finished. Number 4. Enfield No. 2. From 1930 until 1957, the British top-break revolver Enfield No. 2, which chambered in 38 Stechkin, was produced. During World War II, it was the standard sidearm used by the British and Commonwealth, along with revolvers of the same caliber such as the Webley McIV and Smith & Wesson Victory model. Keep in mind that the 38 Stechkin cartridge, which has nothing to do with the popular contemporary 380 ACP handgun cartridge, has frequently been referred to as 380 in the context of British service revolvers. The British government concluded after World War I that Webley duty revolvers chambered in .455 to 11.6 would be too big and heavy, and that a smaller, lighter sidearm in 38 caliber 9.2mm that fired a long, heavy 200 grain, 13 grams, soft-lead bullet would be desirable. Although the 455 had shown to be a useful weapon in stopping enemy soldiers, marksmanship training was made more difficult by the recoil of the 455 cartridge. The hunt was on by the government for a double-action revolver that would be lighter and have less recoil, be mastered by a soldier with low training, and have a fair chance of hitting an adversary at close range with the first shot. Number 3. British Bulldog Revolver. Introduced by Philip Webley and son of Birmingham, England in 1872, the British Bulldog was a popular style of solid-frame pocket revolver that was later imitated by gunmakers in continental Europe and the United States. It had a 5-round cylinder and was chambered for either 450 Adams or 442 Webley rounds. It had a 2.5-inch 64mm barrel. Later on, Webley produced 380 caliber and smaller scale 320 revolver variants, but they were not identified by the British Bulldog appellation. Though Henry Webley secured the trademark in 1878, the British Bulldog revolver design has been around since 1868. Since then, the phrase has evolved to refer to any short-barreled, double-action revolver with a short grip and a swing-out ejector rod. Designed to fit in a coat pocket, a lot of them have held up well over time despite seeing little real use. Number 2. Colt M1878. Colt's manufacturing company produced the Colt M1878 double-action revolver from 1878 to 1907. It is frequently referred to as the double-action Army or Frontier revolver. 51,210 model 1878 revolvers were produced in all, of which 4,600 were supplied to the U.S. Ordnance Department. The Philippine or Alaskan models are what these are called. With a larger frame than the Model 1877, the Model 1878 was able to fire more potent and larger cartridges like the .45 Colt and .44-40 Winchester. It also shared a very similar cylinder and barrel with the single-action Army revolver. In an effort to use up spare parts, the manufacturer once altered Model 1878 cylinders for use in single-action revolvers. Number 1. Nagant Wiz 30. As the standard sidearm for officers and non-commissioned officers, the Nagant M1895 was mass-produced throughout Imperial Russia and the Soviet Union. The Polish Army commandeered several seized revolvers when Poland regained its independence in 1918 and used them to create the Wiz 1895 Nagant Mark 1895 revolver. The Nagant revolvers were taken out of service when the Army chose to concentrate on the 7.92mm caliber following the Polish Bolshevik War. The state police continued to use the Nagant revolver and a wide range of sidearms in various calibers and kinds. Additionally, the police employed revolvers made by Modèle 1892 and Rast and Gasser M1898. They also used a variety of handgun designs, including the Mauser M1910, Mauser C96, Beretta M1923, Browning pistols, Wiz 1900, 1910, and 1922. Orky's semi-automatic pistol, Sebra Wiz 1916, and Frommer Wiz Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for future updates.